Hi everyone, it's me, Violet Chachki.
And I'm Gottmik.
And you are watching another godforsaken episode of
No Gorge. No Gorge.
Wow. My God.
That's how we start every fucking episode.
Because every episode, I feel like so much has happened and I'm just like, I can't believe we're here again.
That's every day I wake up. Every time I open my eyes, I can't
like,
believe we're here
again.
Again? Literally, though. I'm like, again?
Really? That's how I am too.
I don't know what's been going on the past few days, but I don't know if it's because we're in Europe and then I got really sick.
Deathly ill. I don't know if I've ever seen you this sick.
No,
in my
I've
life.
never in my life. Like
you still, your voice is scaring me. Like maybe you need to like write out the podcast.
My voice was actually zero, you guys. Like I had no voice, and I was like in Paris doing like a meeting, and I was like, "So you guys,
it was insane.
Like,
I was like,
couldn't say a
do you
word.
need a throat lozenge?
I needed an exorcist.
The power of Christ compels you.
Get this bitch a honey echinacea. What is that called?
I don't know. Euthanasia. Well, I went to the doctor.
But you don't take care of yourself, and we need to
That's
talk
really
about
not
this.
even true.
You don't take care of yourself. You were deathly ill in Paris. We did my crazy horse photo shoot, which we'll get to that. And you were you're
No,
like,
I actually thought I was gonna die.
Crypt keeper.
I actually
Crypt
thought I was
keeper.
gonna die on the shoot.
And then you got back to town. You left Paris 2 days before I did. You got back to town, and you immediately hit the club.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you
I
did.
did not immediately hit the club.
You
I was
did.
dying in bed, and I was taking care of myself.
And some guy wanted to fuck you, so you fucked a guy while you were deathly ill.
Yeah, well, he
True or
extended
false?
his trip for me. So what was I
Okay,
supposed
well, when
to
a guy extends his trip for you, you have to fuck him. I mean, that's
It's common courtesy, folks.
So
just-
what was I supposed to do? Be like, sorry, I'm also like, whatever.
I'm
girl.
sick and gonna maybe get you sick too, like deathly ill.
No, I haven't followed up. I wonder if he got sick.
He definitely is.
Sorry.
No, well, I've extended my trip for guys before, and they don't put out.
Well, I do.
So I like when you RSVP to a party, it is your intention to come.
Yeah, but then his car got towed.
His car got towed, and so then you had to go to the club and rage
Well, I'm already out and about. Like I think
at the tow truck
the
place.
the blood's pumping, honey. I was ready.
Also, you're having a Stella Artois at 12:41 in the afternoon.
I needed to get in the mood. No, but yeah,
There's just so much to unpack.
I know. So I was like sick. I don't even know why I brought it up.
Because
now.
your voice, we need to explain your voice.
Yeah, well, that's why my voice sounds like this.
But that was also like 12 days ago.
Right. It's been so long. It's like weird.
But you don't take care of yourself, is my point, is that you were out with the Saphira and Jane Plain and all these bitches at the club. And I'm like, okay. So you're having la-di-da fun with these bitches at the club. And then I get depressed, sickly you. And I'm like, okay, great. Save the sickness, depressed angel diva for when I get back to town. But you're like raw dog in life.
No.
So you don't take care of it. You don't take care of it. You got to take the oregano oil. You got to take the
I
golden
do
seal,
take
the vitamin
all of it.
C, and you got to do the sexy shooters.
Oh, no, I was doing all of that, but I literally have never been this sick. And so maybe on the 8th day of dying, I was like, I have to go to urgent care. So I woke up and went to urgent care at like 8 in the morning. And the doctor at like literally instantly was like, you have chlamydia. And I was like, what?
Well, did you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I just got tested like 2 months ago. And she was like, well,
2 months, babe. That a lot can happen in 2 months. Are you for you especially, babe? You have been.
well, and she was, I was
This
like, no,
year
I
you've gotten
just got
fucked
tested.
so much. I feel like no,
Yeah.
like life changing.
And I paid the price. I've had gonorrhea like me and gonorrhea are like closer than me
You
and
and
COVID.
COVID, you
Yeah.
and gonorrhea.
Mm-hmm.
The gang's all here.
Don't they even kind of look alike? The like virus, like the clip art.
I am not a scientist, but
But I don't even know. But she was like, and I was like, what? And even before her like nurse technician,
technician.
what do you call it? Like a nurse.
A nurse?
Whatever. She was like taking my blood pressure, and she was like, Oh my God, that's like the closest blood pressure that I've ever seen to like textbook blood pressure. And I was like, cool.
Is that good?
Yeah, I was like, yay. And she went, slay. And I was like,
Oh, they know you're gay. They're
well,
like,
I was wearing head to toe Keith Haring.
It's the one that I gave you?
Yeah, probably.
You never wear that. I got you the cutest Keith Haring set. You never wear it in front of me. Everyone else gets the happy, vibrant, lovely Gottmik, and I get the sickly, depressed, not wearing Keith Haring outfit, bitch.
Well, I was wearing that, so I already got a sleigh to start off, and I was like, okay. And then the doctor came in. I was like, yeah, my throat like really hurts, and it's been like a month. It's been like a week, babe. And she was like, chlamydia, and I was like,
just by looking at you, she was
so
like, Keith Haring
rude.
outfit, chlamydia.
Right? Isn't that profiling and rude?
Yes.
And I was like, no, I got
100%.
tested like 2 months ago.
2 months is
And
so
she was
long.
like, okay, and she was like, and how many partners have you had since? I was like, maybe like
10.
4. No, I think maybe like 4. And she goes, and she was like, well, like, see. And I go, but one of them's married. One of them's like, like, there's like a lot of reasons why like that wouldn't happen.
Because he's married, you're not going to get chlamydia.
One of them was married. One of them just like
First of all, he's
doesn't do
engaged.
that. There was just like a bunch of people that.
But
was,
are
like,
they monogamous?
There was like probably.
Also,
like,
is this a sex ed podcast? Like, why does every time we talk on this fucking
There's, like,
podcast,
1 or
it's about
2.
your chlamydia? Like,
I've never even had chlamydia, knock on wood. But I was like literally so I was like, it's not chlamydia, like I just know it. And she was like, all right, well, just let you know. I was like, can you test me for a strep? And this bitch was like so gung-ho that I had chlamydia. She was like, all right, whatever. And like the timer wasn't even up. And she's like,
the timer?
like, yeah, like she did like a strep test and the timer like wasn't even up. And she's like, it's just gonna be negative. And I was like, you are so rude.
Well, so what did we have a diagnosis?
She gave me a Z-Pack and then I just like got better.
When? You don't sound better, my love.
Well, the voice, I don't know.
I don't even know where to begin. So much has happened.
But I hope my voice comes back deeper.
It doesn't sound deeper.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
Transphobic.
You're like, hello.
Oh my God. I was joking about transphobic, but Jesus.
I can't help what I hear. I'm not going to like lie. You barely have a voice. It's like high pitched, like, hello.
Bitch. Wow.
You're like reaching for the notes.
Jesus Christ. Might as well tell me to put my boobs back on it.
Well, we've just been through so much. I did a trip to India, and then I met you in Paris, and then from Paris we did some Fashion Week stuff. I went to Schiaparelli. You went to Loewe.
Yes.
Then we went to Lisbon. Show was amazing. And then we went out in Lisbon to this like amazing, crazy club.
It was so fun, and everyone in Lisbon was like, "Oh yeah, we go to the club."
I made out with a guy.
I made out with a drag queen.
You're like a drag. You're like
I have a drag queen fetish.
You have a drag queen fetish.
I think it's so hot. Are you kidding me? To be like hot.
Every city we go to, there's like a local queen who's like in the show with us. You end up fucking them.
Okay. Yeah.
Every city.
I love it. I think it's hot if you're hot as a boy and a girl. Like, come on. Like,
I mean, not me. Hot. Unless your drag is exceptional and exquisite, which I've never met anyone like that.
I also love that it's not sometimes because I'm
you like a rough around the edges queen.
Not rough around the edges. I was still want you to be like pretty.
Looks like you do.
Wow.
Some of the ones
the girl that I was hooking up with and watching right now is like,
which one? That could be anyone. That could be any fucking drag queen in the continental states and beyond.
I don't know. I think it's hot.
If they're rough around the edges or
not?
No. You like a queen? What kind of queen do you like to fuck? Tell me.
Stunning. Like I want it to be
a pretty queen.
Gorgeous, yeah. Like femme artistry.
Femme.
And then
high
take
femme,
off the
like,
drag. And it's like,
butch.
why are you even doing drag, Gorge? You're like hotter as a boy.
Right. There's a lot of that going around.
So much.
There's a lot of drag queens that are doing drag that I'm like,
take the wig off.
This is not for you.
I agree.
If it's just not giving it, maybe it's just not for you.
Anyways, so we were in Lisbon, made out with the guys, super fun, super hot, stayed up all night, didn't go to bed, got on the plane, went back to Paris. Right?
Yeah.
And then I kept having rehearsals for Crazy Horse. Surprise. I guess this is the announcement. I'm going to be doing a Crazy Horse residency in Paris, June 24th. I can't even begin to discuss how excited I am. And like that's the main reason I was even in Paris is because I was going to be shooting the promo, doing rehearsals and like starting all the crazy, literally crazy, intense work that it's going to be. I mean, I got on these props for rehearsals and it's so hard, you guys. Like, so difficult. Like, I have so much respect for the dancers that do these shows. 2 shows a night, 7 days a week. On Saturdays, it's 3 shows.
That's insane.
I'm going to be doing it on that schedule, and I'm going to be fucking ripped. I'm so excited. I'm going to be so snatched.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be if I'm next to these girls. But yeah, here's the flyer. Here's the link to the tickets. I was in Paris doing that. We were doing rehearsals in and out.
Violet is like, has been a Crazy Horse stan forever.
Ever.
And like, when she first went, like, you bought like the Crazy Horse wig at the shop, and there's literally photos at the shop at like the
There's
gift,
a little
the gift
there's
shop.
like a merch
And there's
area.
literally photos of her like on tour, like bots, like Battle of the
Yes,
Seasons.
and I have like a red bob on.
like she's like dressed up like a Crazy Horse girl, like a
Yes.
cosplay of the girl.
Well, even before Drag Race, I would like rip off Crazy Horse numbers, and I would like do them at the Jungle in Atlanta. Nobody knew what I was doing. Like, I'd come out and be like, oh yeah, and like do like a little Crazy Horse inspired thing, totally ripping them off.
Yeah.
And then when I finally got booked in Paris the first time in 2015, I was like, I have to extend my trip. I was there with Miu Miu. I was like, I have to extend my trip. I have to go see Crazy Horse. And then I called up Dita Von Teese and was like, can you get me tickets? And she got me tickets. I went with my old assistant and I went with Pearl. And I was like, I'm buying one of those fucking wigs.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was wearing this wig around, and everyone was like making fun of me at the time for wearing this wig. Because like, if you don't know that it's a Crazy Horse wig, you're like, that's a cheap plastic fucking nasty Party City, like sexy. Even Sharon Needles was making fun of me at the time. Yes, she was.
Well, of course she was.
She was like, oh, it's like when a bachelorette party goes out,
It's
and they
very that,
put
it's
on
very
like
that,
little wigs. They're
And
like,
Violet
I'm
was wearing, like-
sexy. I'm wearing a wig. I look great. I'm sorry. Also, this photo that I'm thinking of, it's like me, Trixie, Katya, and Pearl.
Yeah. I'm thinking
And this
that
is
one, too.
from like 2016. And you guys, like, this was the height of drag. I don't care. Like, this was like peak Drag Race, peak drag fandom, peak. Like, this photo is peak.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's cute because now you're like in the show.
I know. And now, full circle.
It's called Manifesting Bitches.
From ripping them off to buying the wig, now I have my own fucking Crazy Horse residency. I'm gagged. I'm gagged
Yeah, it's,
completely.
the
I'm like,
most full circle.
I
thing
like,
ever.
I have like imposter syndrome about it. I'm like, wait, am I really doing that? That's insane. Like,
Yeah.
I keep saying that's crazy, and I'm like, yeah, it's Crazy Horse.
There might be time for a shoulder shave.
No, there's like a number that we're doing in the show, and they're like, oh, like, I think it'd be fun if you guys, all of you were in a row, like facing the back, and they won't know that you're a man. And I'm like, babe, they're gonna know.
And I'm like in the back, like,
Nobody's gonna know.
like, I don't want to know for sure.
No one will know. And if you have been to Crazy Horse, the theater is like really small, and you're like, the audience is like this far from this, like, I don't even know, maybe a foot from the stage.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna see like, I have to shave every hair. Like, I'm gonna be dipped in Nair.
She's going to be so ugly out of drag.
Oh my god, out of drag, I'm gonna look like a mutant.
It's going to be so funny.
Oh, I might even shave my
I might
eyebrows.
even honestly just stay in Paris the whole time just to like witness.
No,
this
I'm
thing.
not getting fucked June. Like,
But-
it's not
yeah.
happening. It's like,
Well, you can get some of
Celibate.
those, like, what's it called? Those like tattoo.
well, maybe this will be the
eyebrows. What's it?
opportunity where I get fucked in drag. Maybe I go full.
That's when I'll get shot.
But anyways, I'm so excited about Crazy Horse. Please, if you're going to be there in Paris or in Europe, please come see me and support. It's literally my dream come true. I'm like really putting my entire pussy into it.
Good.
That's why I basically was in Paris, and I'm going to be going back and doing more rehearsals and really working on it. It's so much work, and I'm just so excited. So get into it, you guys. We were in Paris. We were partying. It was Fashion Week. La la la. We went to the Coperni show. We went out afterwards. We were smoking cigarettes. And I
Which
think
was gorgeous.
the Coperni show was amazing.
Love Coperni show.
If you're throwing an event of any kind, especially a
They had
fashion
champagne at
show,
Loewe as well.
you gotta have entry cocktails, beverages. I'm talking when I walk into the building, there should be a man there with a tray of beverages.
I agree. And this one even kind of like Caperni even had like a little bar.
The Caperni one had like artisanal beverages.
That's because they're gay, and they get it.
If you don't have beverages at your fashion show, what are you doing? Yeah, the beverages at Coperni, the clothes at Coperni, the production design,
Everything
Maria
was
Carla
so
closing
good.
Coperni,
Our
amazing. People say we look alike.
Who?
I see it.
You ever get told you look like a celebrity?
People
Oh my God,
say
this is
we
totally.
look alike.
You are totally being Miss Fame right now. Doesn't she?
She's like, Bella, my twin. My twin, Bella Hadid. Hey, twinsy. It's like, okay.
You two.
Me and Maria Carla look alike. I don't give a fuck. She agrees.
Yeah, what is she gonna
We're
be like?
sisters.
She's gonna be like, no faggot. Like, what do you mean? Of course she's gonna be like, for sure.
Well, she closed the show and she looked fucking amazing. It was iconic. The clothes were great. Drinks were great.
Loved it. But then we got to go on the Orient Express with Jean-Paul Gaultier. On the Orient Express, honey.
Yes. Which was, dare I say, life-changing iconic.
It was. It was fucking
Luxury.
crazy. Like, the Orient Express, if you don't know, is like this insane train from like so long ago.
20.
Definitely before Gottmik. Beachy, honey. I don't know.
I would say the 20s. It was like there was like deco, maybe older.
20s of what? 18?
Well, because there was like a deco room, so I'm like, okay, if that happened in like
Well, I
the
think they, like,
20s, so
updated
like
some of the cars.
maybe it's like 30s. We could probably look it up.
I
But let's
remember
just, like,
someone
guess.
giving me a 20s situation, but I'm like, what 20s?
But like you guys, this is like luxury. Like, and Gaultier rented the entire train out. The Scandal Express.
Girl, look at this. It's just crazy. And we were like partying and like taking just like gorge photos and like running. And I'd be like drinking and I'd be running. The train is like 150 kilometers.
And they rented the entire train out.
And which I don't know in miles. So what that means. But it is so long. And so I'd be like sprinting and Violet and I's car was like the end one.
We had a gorgeous car.
Yeah. So
And the rooms, the car rooms, the train rooms, club room, sleeper rooms.
I don't know.
They're like themed by different countries. So we had the Istanbul room. So it was all like
Carved wood and like
gorgeous, like Turkish inspired. Like everything is like hand carved, inlaid, burl wood, lacquered,
and you got there,
brass.
and there's like a
gorgeous-
champagne button.
champagne and caviar button. And you call and we had caviar and champagne immediately. And then we
was
could
like-
just call and get more whenever we wanted.
No, it was like illegal. Like I was like, I should not be.
No, I want to
living
go
this
back
life.
on the train now.
Oh,
I
when
can't
they-
believe we had to leave.
Oh my god, when they told us they're like they're gonna be here, we're gonna go to Venice in a few hours. I was like, no.
No, I'm like, let's go back and forth
Yes,
and back and
I was
forth.
like, I would move on that train. It was so fierce, and I would be like sprinting around on the train drunk, and it's like a train, so it's like
It'd be like
bumpy.
wobbling and
I
bumping.
was covered in bruises, like up my hips and stuff, because I would just be like slamming into the walls.
We were
so
also
hard.
both wearing Jean-Paul Gaultier archival couture,
yes,
runway couture
runway couture Gaultier
on this train.
which already is like a dream enough of mine, let alone being on that train.
Well, then there was like welcome drinks. Then we did a photo shoot. Then we had a dinner. Then we like took a shower, and we had like the most gorgeous like.
we took a shower for
suite.
sure.
Dinner was amazing. Food was great.
was
Then there was a party on the train with a DJ who was really hot and cute, amazing, good music.
It was really fun.
So fun. But then we missed breakfast.
Right, which I ordered
Caviar, a
omelet,
caviar omelet.
and I
Like,
slept through it.
I'm pissed.
That's what happened. Stop drinking. I'm gonna be sober because I missed my caviar omelet. But it was crazy because we got to go through places. Like we would wait, you would look outside and it'd be snowing because we'd be like going through high
The
altitudes. It was fucking crazy. And then we got to Venice, and Venice I think is hands down my favorite city I've ever been to in my life.
Why?
It was so spooky.
It's definitely spooky.
It was like so. It was just like so artistry. I've talked about it on the podcast. I have like a glass blowing addiction.
Right.
Murano like is right like an hour away, which we didn't get to go to Murano because we were.
But we
only-
saw so much insane Murano glass.
There was like so much glass. I like love glass blowing. It's like scary. It was like old. Like it was just like my dream place to be.
no, this is my second time in Venice, and it was it's truly like a magical. It's so corny to say, but it's like a magical place.
No, like no one has told me to go there, which is so weird because I'm like very like spooky, like weird, like old
we should go for
shit.
when they do the carnivals thing.
Oh, I think I would cry
with the masks.
Like I think I would cry if I saw
Well,
that.
is there not a horror movie about like in my brain there should be a horror movie where they're
there's
in
Haunting in
Venice.
Venice.
The Haunting in Venice was weak.
I agree.
That was fucking weak sauce.
And then there's the murder on the Orient Express. There's so many about our trip we had.
But I think there should be a haunted film about Venice where there's the carnival and it's a festival and there's somebody in one of those masks running around like killing,
has
stabbing.
to
I
be.
guess that's Scream. I guess I basically want
no.
Scream in Venice.
No, I think there should be like a very like Illuminati gear
Oh.
one or something.
Like
in one of
under the
like,
they go through the water and they go
Yes.
into a temple and a palazzo and it's like an
I don't know. It seems really easy to murder someone in Venice.
oh my
Like
god.
there's so many little like areas. I'm like
Nooks
I would
and
just,
crannies.
Like, throw the body right there and who knows? Like how would you find
in
that?
the canal.
And it's like so like you go through these little
It's like
alleys,
a little alley
and then
and
it's
there's
like
a
an
bridge and a
entrance
canal
to the
and-
scariest
And like
canal.
a latch. Like yes, we need to direct a spooky Venice movie.
I'm down.
Like a serial killer
I
running
see,
around
like-
and it's in one of those masks.
I see like $20 more million.
Yeah. Any
do
sponsors out there?
Yeah.
We're like,
probably.
this movie is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah. Stamps.com.
Stamps.com for sure.
I like need to move to Italy like one day.
Well, you know, like, I don't know what it is about Italian men, Italian food, Italian designers, Italian fashion, Italian furniture, Italian hospitality. Like, Italy just
gorgeous.
is it. Like, Como, like the artistry, the gorgeousness.
Yeah.
One of the days, the last day we were leaving, we woke up early. We're like, I want to go get pizza. I want to go, like, run around and, like, explore Venice. So we do, and it's raining. So I'm like, and we're in our like Gautier hoodies, like loves it. So it's raining and I'm like, okay, well, if we're gonna like, it's our last day, let's make the most of it. Like usually when it's raining, especially in LA, I'm like, shut down. I'm not doing shit. Like cancel everything. It's raining. I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything.
I love the rain.
So whatever. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do that because we're in Venice. It's our last day. So then I go and I get us like a big umbrella, and I'm like, and you definitely could have got your own umbrella.
I could have.
But you decided not to. So I got a big one and I'm like, okay, let's just like share it and like mix like I'm like trying to have it, but there's like also people walking everywhere and like it's hard to
I was just in the rain.
well, it's hard to hold an umbrella for two people consistently, especially when the person you're trying to hold it for is just walking ahead of you and does not give a fuck about getting wet.
Yeah.
So you got soaking wet
Yes.
on purpose.
Freezing.
It was also freezing.
like so cold.
So this is what I'm talking about when you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
vibe.
Well, I think that's where like the main illness really begun.
Yeah, I agree. And then you also love like not taking a hoodie off.
But then, yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like
Yes.
even when you were sick in Ibiza that one time and you were like having a heat stroke, I was like, take the hoodie off. And you were like, I can't. I was like, and then you did and you're like, I feel better. I'm like, I wonder why. Like, you
I
like,
just love hoodies. Like it's like a comfort. I like need it. Like on my
but
head.
the hoodie you were wearing was soaking wet.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And you were like, nope, not taking it off. And I'm like, all right.
And I also, for some reason in my brain, it was like really early. What time was it?
It was not early. It was like noon.
That's early. And we went to like breakfast, or we went to like lunch.
We got 4 cheese pizza. It was lunch.
But we were drinking red wine, and I was like, this is gonna cure me.
Also, the idea that alcohol is going to cure you of every ailment when
Red
you're
wine is, like,
allergic
good
to
for-
alcohol.
I,
Let's talk about that.
I think red
you're
wine, like,
allergic
cures
to
you.
alcohol. Red wine is such a farce thinking that red wine is healthy. That is not true.
I believe it. Or maybe it's just good for your heart.
No, that is the wine industry planted that. It's like the fucking candy company with Halloween.
They don't need help selling
Red wine is not inherently healthy for you. Maybe it has some small benefits.
Italians are gonna be mad at you right now.
It's the olive oil that really is good.
Oh my
And
god.
bitch, when I tell you, and we went out also the last night, we had another dinner in Venice, and we went to this restaurant that was so fucking good. It was like this little
crazy.
tiny Italian restaurant, and the olive oil they had there, you guys, I don't even know. Like you
No, this
cannot get
restaurant
this
was,
olive
like,
oil
one
in
of the
America.
best restaurants ever, and like the owner was there, and he was like whipping up like limoncello drinks,
Limoncello
like,
whipped martinis. It was fucked.
It was crazy.
And then we had Bellini. Like, I had like 20 Bellinis.
Yeah, it was wild. It was,
I guess a Bellini is an Italian drink. I have no clue. I guess that sounds... Bellini is an Italian word. No?
Don't ask me.
I'm assuming. I'm just going to say it is.
Right.
But anyways, Venice was amazing. Best time ever. That's where it started, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. And you're still recovering.
Well, I'm fine. It's just like my voice being gone was crazy. Like I've never like lost my voice like that in my life. I was like couldn't speak.
Well, and then the day we got back from Venice, the very next day, we had a travel day. And that the travel day was the same day that you were wearing a soaking wet hoodie. all day. You just wore a wet hoodie, soaking wet. Wow. Would not take it off. Then very next day.
So cute. Like it was so cute. It had like glitter and
would
stuff.
not buy an umbrella, would not get under my umbrella, don't know. Reckless. Totally reckless.
Well, I did not even fathom that I could be that sick. Like I was like, whatever, I get a cold, like
that's not the right mentality, I don't think, babe. Like preventative is probably the best way to move through life.
Save it for my therapist, Gorge. Like Jesus.
I actually want to get in on your therapy sessions and be like, that's not we need to talk about this. Yeah. I think I should mediate your therapy sessions because I think I might know
and you
more.
Thinking that is what I talk about in therapy. Literally.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know if he's doing his job.
Me and Violet's other best friend have the same therapist, and Violet's like, should I actually join too so I can defend myself?
Yes, I need to get on there. I'm like, no. My perspective of the situation, because I'm like,
he probably does think you're buck. Like, I wonder.
That's insane. That's not fair. I don't even know who this person is. They sound like a faggot.
He is a faggot. Sometimes, like, he'll also like get on camera and he has like polka dot nails. He's like, let's
don't
start
like
the
that
session, and I'm like. Okay.
I don't know if he's a good fit for you. Do you think he watches these?
Probably.
My therapist the other day was like, I saw you with Madonna, and I was like, don't follow me on social media.
Oh my God. You had like a
maybe he watches this. I don't know. I really like him. I love my therapist. He's great.
I need a new one. My therapist ditched me. My first one.
Well, see, that goes to show you.
It was crazy, you guys. Like
right
literally,
there.
I would like show up and he'd be like, "Oops, forgot," and I'd be like,
very Freaky Friday.
So weird.
Evan!
I was fully Evan in the hallway like,
That's so funny.
Like,
you getting in your little Porsche.
I'm not a brain
You getting in your Porsche and driving to therapy and there being no one there.
I'm not a brain to be played with. Like, I mean business, girl. I'm not like fucking around. Like, you need to show up.
I thought you forgot about me.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. That's a movie.
Yeah, it is crazy. Whatever. But yeah, so that was our trip. It was truly one of the funnest trips of my life. I had the best time. Like, I love Loewe, love Jonathan Anderson, love Scott Pirelli, love Danielle, love, what else do we love? Chippy.
Gautier.
Gautier.
Trains.
Jonathan,
Glass.
Gautier, like all of you bitches. Just
Crazy Horse. I mean, so much is going on. So much is happening. We've been kind of like posting, not posting, falling off the bandwagon. Shit's been going down. Shit's been happening. We've just been going.
Yeah, but we are back. No Gorgeous. We always say this every week.
I know. Every week we're like, we're back this time. We promise you guys. We're trying to post more consistently, and I think that's sort of the vibe.
We are, and we learned how to like easily Patreon post, and so now it's over for you bitches. Like, I'm gonna be posting at the club.
No, we're gonna be posting on Patreon so much more.
I didn't know you could like that easily post.
No, it's so easy. I had no idea.
Me either. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be at the club, like posting you do something whack. I'm gonna be like drunk.
We're gonna go live. We have so much going on at Patreon exclusives. We're gonna be doing live Zooms coming up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy over there. And of course, you can get every No Gorge episode over on Patreon a week early, the full 60-minute cut a week before anything goes live anywhere else. So make sure you check that out.
I just can't even imagine a better way to spend your money.
Me either. Support queer art, bitch.
That's all I'm saying.
Support queer art. It's Trans Day of Visibility or whatever the fuck it is.
I'm so visible.
You're maybe too visible. You might need to put that shit away.
Sometimes I agree, you know.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
What can you do?
Love being visible.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. We love you guys so much for watching this episode of No Gorge.
No Gorge.